At the start of 2022, a leak managed to successfully predict that David Tennant and Catherine Tate would be returning, Rachel Talalay would direct one of the specials, and that there would be 3 specials for the 60th. Now, there is a new Doctor Who leak that claims some juicy production details. Will this one be true? Watch to find out! Hello Whovians, Crispy Bro here and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for sticking around. So today, we have a very interesting Doctor Who leak on our hands. I haven't read all of it, but it's called The Future of Doctor Who, 2023 to 2025, and this one is by Project Indigo 63. And it has some very interesting details about Russell T Davies' future, and it mentions the 16th Doctor, so stick around to the end to find out what the heck's going on, man! But before we get into that, we have to thank the sponsor of today's video, Movie Palette. A movie palette is a distinctive way to enjoy your favorite movie displayed artistically on a canvas. Each one has a hidden story to tell, and whether you choose to reveal its secret, it's up to you. So as some of you may know by now, my favorite movie is The Incredibles, and here is The Incredibles laid out artistically on a canvas, frame by frame by frame by frame. I like it very much because it's very Doctor Who-y, and it's awesome. And on their website, they have literally any film you can bloody well think of. Every stripe represents a color of a particular scene in the movie. Each stripe is put in chronological order to complete the movie palette of the whole movie on the canvas. And Movie Palette have been so kind as to offer 15% off store-wide if you use my coupon code CRISPY15 at checkout. That's right, CRISPY15 at checkout, 15% off, and that is store-wide. And if you use that code, it helps out the channel as well. So go and check it out. Christmas is coming up. It's an easy gift. Easy gift. But anyway, on with the video. Thank you very much, Movie Palette. But we have a Doctor Who leak to read. Russell T Davies is on board to be showrunner until 2025, where after the 20th anniversary of the show's reboot and penning scripts for the 14th, 15th, and 16th Doctors, he'll hand over Doctor Who to a new showrunner. Who this will be, well, Russell himself isn't too sure yet. RTD's new era will bring in a whole host of new names, with the most successful scriptwriter being handed the keys to the TARDIS. However, like rumoured, it is thought that Russell will stay on as an executive producer to help guide the new showrunner. Disney Plus's additional budget to Doctor Who is thought to mainly be going towards the VFX and the casting of the show. RTD is writing roles specifically for monumental names within the television and film industry, not to mention guiding up-and-coming artists into the show to boost popularity with the younger generation. With his prominence and the extra dollar, the show is set to regain mainstream stature. David Tennant and Catherine Tate's return will be the only familiar force we have within the show for quite some time, as Russell wipes the slate clean after the 60th. Even Neil Patrick Harris's involvement in the show is a fresh take on an old villain. The main theme will be villains and characters we are familiar with from other Doctor Who media, but nothing from New Who. There may be a Dalek or a Cyberman in an odd episode, but they will feature in a refreshed manner. Okay, wow, there's still quite a bit more to this leak, but I think we're just gonna have a chat now and then we're gonna finish the rest of the leak later, so stick around. But wow, obviously take this with a pinch of salt, because everything I'm hearing so far, I mean, you could kind of guess. I mean, I 100% believe that with the Disney Plus budget being added, that of course it'll have a boost for VFX, even though the VFX in the show have been unreal. Shout out to John Smith. He's an absolute legend. And I have no doubt that we'll definitely get some big names in the show that could definitely go towards casting. But the facts right at the start here that says Russell T Davies will be on board until 2025, I mean, you think about it now and you're like, oh gosh, that's not very long. And it's not very long, but it could just be a little stint, and then, as they say, Russell kind of guides the next showrunner. But the one thing that has stood out for me is that Russell is going to write for the 14th, 15th, and 16th Doctor by 2025? I don't know. That's a very short run for Ncuti. Let's say if he gets a season in 2024 and a season in 2025, is Ncuti only going to get 2 seasons? 2 series? I don't know, man. I feel like with every interview I see with Ncuti, he's very, very excited for the show, and he would surely want to stay on for at least 3 to, you know, kind of continue tradition. But I mean, he doesn't have to. Doesn't have to at all. It's got me thinking, I mean, yeah, guys, definitely, this is a Reddit leak, supposedly, from a Bad Wolf insider. But in saying that, they have been true before. As I mentioned in the intro, like, there was one leak that was spot on, and they claimed to have it from a Bad Wolf insider, so who bloody knows? Judy Gadwa and Millie Gibson will take the show into a whole new era, where we see a brand new arc take over the Doctor's journey. Family and friendship will be at the heart of the show. There will be epic face-offs and horrifying enemies, but once again, there will be relatable characters that we fall in love with. And that isn't just Ruby Sunday. Horror is something Russell wants Doctor Who to really succeed at this time around. He wants people to hide behind their sofas. He also is creating monsters which will be the talk of the playground or the office. He is playing with edgy themes and issues. The show will continue to have the family target audience, but he is aware with the shift in culture and the change in what really captures audiences in the 2020s. Alright, hold on, there's a bit to unpack here too. I mean, family and friendship I think is definitely going to be a big theme because that was a theme the first time round when we had Russell. I feel it already, but Ncuti and Millie's like friendship they're gonna have is just going to be like brother and sister going on a road trip. I can imagine that's the kind of dynamic they're having. You know, almost Donna and 10-esque, maybe with less sass or more sass. I don't know. I put up a YouTube community post recently asking you guys what you think their like chemistry is going to be, and pretty much all of them were like, please don't make it romantic, make it just like two best friends having fun. And I think that's very much what's gonna happen. And horror in Doctor Who, yes. I feel like Doctor Who can definitely be scary. Like push the like, you know, PG scary. Don't make it like, you know, blood and gore and stuff that's really going to scar you. But I want to hide behind my sofa. I want to hide behind my sofa, definitely. I mean, the king of that was pretty much Stephen Moffat. You know, the only ones that really made me hide behind my sofa were your Vashta Naradas, your Silence, your Weeping Angels. So if Russell wants to do a bit of that cheeky stuff, please be my guest. Or just bring the Absorbaloff back, because I'll be hiding behind my sofa, and then behind my door, and then leave my house. Russell will establish many new reoccurring characters and expand the show's existing properties into new territory, all in preparation for a Whoniverse as he previously teased with Digital Spy. We will see spin-offs. We will see old Doctors resurface out with the mainstream show. There will be varied media to span from the show, much in the same ilk as the Sarah Jane Adventures and Torchwood, which will not return despite Eve Miles returning to Doctor Who as Gwen Cooper in an upcoming episode. Also, Ace and Tegan are very much on the cards to appear in some form of spin-off. We're looking at something to the same magnitude as Marvel. Overexposure will not happen. Russell is very aware of Marvel's problem. That's interesting, very interesting. For the past few weeks, people haven't shut up about the idea of a Doctor Who spin-off, like Doctor Who spin-offs coming back. They're going to. Russell has stated before he was showrunner, or just after he got the role of showrunner, that light went out. I'll put you behind here. Russell has very much stated that, you know, Doctor Who should kind of have that Marvel format where we have the main show and then all these beautiful little branches. Gwen Cooper coming back in an upcoming episode. This person has said it with like very much certainty. So for sure, I love Gwen Cooper and would love for her to come back. It's a shame that Torchwood probably can't come back now without stating the obvious, but Ace and Tegan, yes. Thank you very much. In terms of writers, there are some names being discussed. Some are fanatical, others make perfect sense. Here's some names I've heard floating about. Lawrence Ricard, Francesca Gardner, Sally Wainwright, Piers Ashworth, James Moran, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Mike Bartlett, Neil Gaiman, Source Bad Wolf Insider. No, not bro, trust me. Okay, bro. I trust you. I'm not too familiar with all of these people. I love Phoebe Waller-Bridge. I think she's one of the most talented people in this century, absolutely. Neil Gaiman has definitely already proved his worth to Doctor Who for me from The Doctor's Wife. So if those two people are in Doctor Who, I'm sold. I'm sold. All I know right now is that it is a very, very exciting time for Doctor Who. The conversation is beginning to change. Ncuti Gatwa's casting, Millie Gibson's casting, the Disney Plus deal, the Disney Plus budget. This entire thing is very, very brand new. We're gonna reach a new audience, guys. Our little show is growing up. And it's scary, definitely scary growing up. But, you know, we just have to support it along the way. I don't know why I tried to turn this into some kind of moral or message at the end here, but anyway. Whatever. Please let me know in the comments below what you think about this leak. Do you think it's complete BS, or do you think there's some weight to it and it's just like very good guessing? I don't know, but let me know down below. Thank you very much. But anyways, that's gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to Movie Palette for sponsoring today's video. Crispy15 at checkout. You know what to do. Take care of one another. And yeah, be good. Allons-y!